Welcome to an episode of Thoughts of an Average Joe podcast. It is Taroy Jackson, man, your favorite average Joe. My boy Ty, how we living, man?
I'm good. Trying to make sure these parlays hit.
Hey, no, I feel you. So for everybody that don't know, I'm gonna try this video thing. I got a camera, a better camera. It's pretty nice too. It's better than the other one, you know. So I'm gonna see how this fits, see how this works. How's life been? How's you still ready to leave your job, or what you doing?
I'm it's doing what it got to do for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like on a, I know I said this like last year, maybe like the year before. Like now I'm understanding how to really clear debt. And like now I really got to really buckle down.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually doing like the debt snowball and clearing debt and having like a secret savings account and, you know, all that shit, bro. Like, not gonna lie. So, like, right now, I think, like, my biggest purchase to date, or what it's gonna end up being, is I gotta pay for, which I don't have to, but I'm going to because I don't want to leave him out hanging, is buying my cruise ticket to go on a cruise for Theo's birthday.
Okay.
So, I mean, I could choose the cheaper option, which would be like $600-700,
Mm-hmm.
or I could choose the balcony option, which would be like $1,200. So, I think I'm gonna choose the balcony option.
Okay. So y'all going on a cruise for his birthday?
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think he really wanted to go on a cruise. You know, the other parental claim that's what he wanted to do and all this other shit. But it's whatever, bro. If he's happy, I'm happy. So
I feel that. That is, I think, the struggle where I'm trying to figure out is I don't like me and my therapist was talking in my next session. First of all, I'm really mad at her because I did this other EAP thing and she booked my next session all the way to April 26th. Like, I ain't seen this lady in almost a month. Like, what are you doing? Like,
she be busy. Well, you can't be mad at that lady because she booked and busy. That's
gotta
signs of a good therapist.
Yeah, I need at least every 2 weeks. I got some shit I got to get off my chest. Like, she was saying
that's a good thing. She booked and busy. You can't be mad at that.
She wanted to talk about depression because she was like, you always talk about the past, so you don't talk about the future. But I don't really know what the future holds. Like, the goal for like the last few years was get an apartment, get a new car.
What do you define as the future?
I don't know. First of all, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be a career lifer at Cigna. Let's get that straight. Like, that's something I don't want to do. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't care for it either. But I haven't found a job since Sister X, the one I left in May, was something that I really like cared about. And I think that's important for me because like then I'll just be going through the motions. Hence probably why I'm on the written now, because I don't be giving a fuck.
Okay.
Like, I care enough so I can pay the bills.
Right.
But it's not something like...
It's a money job.
Correct.
Not a passion job.
And I know, like, the passion is, you know, content, podcasting, and all that, but I'm not really making no money off of it right now.
Right.
So it's like... I don't hate the job that I'm at, but it's not fulfilling.
I understand.
And I don't know if I can find something that's going to be fulfilling.
Right.
But it also gives me... That's why I'm saying I'd rather just do the OT than work the 2 jobs, because it gives me more time to record and more time to sleep. Like, I was thinking, like, damn, I'd rather just work 16 at 1 than work 16 at 2, and I'm only getting like an hour and a half sleep between the two when I could just get home by like, if I was to work 16 hours, I would just be getting home by 12:30, get home at 1 and still get a good 5 hours of sleep.
True.
And I feel like if a part of me always wishes, like, if I finished school, would I still be in this position?
Oh, because you're a dropout and a drug addict.
Well, not a drug addict.
I don't know what a failure looks like. This guy.
Okay, maybe I am a dropout.
Failure.
But I did get my associates. Most, you know,
I will give you that.
For what I went through, most people wouldn't have got that.
I definitely wouldn't have. I would have said fuck it.
But I went back, got my associate, so at least got some type of degree. There is a part of me that like, no, I was at work the other day and I was really looking at like remote jobs that pay pretty good. Like I'm thinking about applying to be a funeral sales.
Funeral sales?
They make good money and it's remote. It's boring, but I'd rather have a boring job that makes consistent money than do physical labor and be fucking tired like I am now.
Like I said, bro, I'm not like, one thing I will say, because back in September when I quit my job, I cashed out my 401k, right? One thing I will say I wish I would have done is I would have took trade school classes. And all that time that I didn't have a job and I wasn't doing shit, I wish I would have like used my money more wisely at that point and did like trade school classes, because like they have there's like a shortage for like electricians and plumbers and shit. I wish I would have did that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know about electricity because I ain't good at electricity, but maybe I could be an HVAC or something like that.
But it's classes. They would have taught you how to do all that shit.
That's something that I thought about as well, but I think now that I'm older, it's like, okay, how am I gonna do that and go to work and pay bills?
That would have been your job. Bro, you're going on electrician jobs, you're naming your own price. You legit go on.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
you get consistent jobs. You go on jobs of like 300, 350, bro. You go on like 4-5 jobs. That's 4-5 jobs a week. That's like a job a day. Or you do like 3 in a day. You're good for the week. Possibly.
Yeah. To get to that though, I need somebody because I ain't gonna be able to work. So I'm in school.
Well, I'm saying in terms of, yes, you're going to be in school, but I'm saying in terms of once
I get out, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Like I really thought about being a barber, but my hands aren't steady enough.
Right.
To be a barber. I got shaky hands. That ain't going to work. Fuck around and cut somebody up. Ain't really going to work. But I thought about that. I thought about being a fucking plumber because they make good money.
Definitely. They definitely do.
Like I'm trying to, like I really want to find something outside of podcasting that's recession proof because I feel like we about to be in another recession soon. So finding something that's recession proof. And I was talking to Scooter about it. And he was saying that I think the one thing that I need to have more of is faith. Because he was saying that how he got tired of, that's how he started doing content. He got tired of working his job. He just went out and started doing it and started pulling up and blew up. You just need one person to do it. But I'm like, yeah, it's getting to that point. I have faith. I don't have enough faith to be like, I'm going to quit my job and Lord, I hope you provide. Because I don't have that type of faith.
I think when people say you got to have faith in all of that, I think it's more of not necessarily the faith in yourself. You got to have the faith in the people that are around you, in your support system. Because, and it's mainly because you know what you're about to go through, and you know what you can do. However, it's the people around you that are kind of like, that once they see this shit ain't going the way that once they see the shit not going how they feel like it should go, because it's all, they always say like, joy is a comparison, thief is a comparison of joy, or comparison is a thief of joy. And once they see it's not going how other people have gone, they don't really look at how it's what really happened behind the scenes of shit. And if it's not like an immediate like ROI on shit, then they're like, yeah, you should probably get this shit up. But yeah. It's just one of those dealings where it's like if you got people around you that have the faith in you and have the faith that you're going to get to where you get, then you could just basically accomplish whatever you need to accomplish because they're not going to hound you over a lot of shit of doing it. So
I think once we get out this lease,
right,
as much as I would love to have a 2-bedroom, I think I'm probably going to downsize to see if I can find a 1-bedroom with a study. Just so that way it's a little cheaper on us. So that way if we do decide to be like, hey, okay, like I'm going to put you through school and then you're going to put me through trade school, it's a little bit easier on us.
These niggas done lost my damn money.
It's a little bit easier on us. All $52? Nigga, what? Damn, nigga. All 52?
Hey,
shit.
What's up?
I feel like it would be a little easier on us as opposed to paying, $2,200 worth of rent.
Right.
Like this shit right here, even with her giving us the money, we're still paying it as if she's not here, so we could try to stack some bread.
Right.
I'm tired of paying this shit, bro. This shit a lot, and it's not even. It's an okay apartment, but for $2,200, this more like 15, 16.
Hey man, I'm with you when you're right, my boy.
And I'm like, bro, 22, it's getting out of hand. Like, this shit getting out of hand ASAP. So that's really my main thing, is just trying to figure out what my next 2 years look like, and how, like, setting out goals and trying to accomplish them. Like, I bought the camera so I can be more consistent with potting and with video and creating content. Even though I had a camera before, I wanted a better one. As you can see, that's way better quality than what I had before. And it's going to force me to fucking actually do it, because I paid $700 for this. $800 for this. The other one I only paid $100. I waste $100 doing other shit. So I feel like,
where's the other camera at?
In the room. It's not broke. It's in there. It's in there. It's definitely.
I can't say shit because my camera's sitting in my closet right now.
It's definitely in there. You know.
Shop.
So that was the main thing. Cam had also told me to start an Eagles podcast. I do plan on doing that sometime after the draft. I want to be able to find something that I'm good at and something that I'm passionate about. So therefore, when I decide I want to have kids, I'm not stuck at a job that I hate because I got to provide. And that's really been my main thing. Like,
I can fuck with that.
Like, she's always been like, oh, when we having kids, X, Y, and Z. I need to, like, and I told her, I was like, I think I'm going through a depression because I don't, like, as much as I love the money, I'd be like, bro, this shit is unfulfilling. Like, it's cool and I'm making the money,
You're
but
doing what you got to do just because you have to do it. Not because you want to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I wish, like, I could fucking create content all day. Like, if somebody were to be like, hey, I can give you $2,300 every 2 weeks, so you got to bang out X amount of episodes a week, I'd be on it. I would be on that shit, no problem. Like, or I got to bang out so much content shit, I'd be on that shit. But it's just trying to get to that point, and I don't know how to get there. Like, I've been praying a lot more. Like, all right, Lord, like, I'm 35. You know, back maybe like even 3 years ago, it was a whole lot easier. You know what I'm saying, to get jobs. Now, this shit is hard.
Definitely.
And then even with the jobs that I work, like, so I had a couple opportunities to get better jobs as a second job, but they don't fit within. I would have to change my schedule at night, and I don't know if they'll let me do that.
Never know till you ask.
Like, I don't think he will let me come in an hour and a half late.
Doing what?
Well, the one job they wanted to interview me was I think the schedule was 11:30 to 7 for training, or 11 to 7, and then it would have been like 12 to
what though?
It was some, like, I didn't really want to do it. It was like collections for Verizon. I didn't want to do that shit, but the money was decent. Then there was another job that dealt with like scooters or something, but they're 24/7. So I'm thinking, cool, you got multiple shifts. So I was like, do y'all have something to where, like, I can be gone by 7? I don't care if I got to work weekends. And they was like, oh, well, the earliest shift we would have would be like 6 to 2:30. And like, that ain't even gonna work for me because I don't get off work at 6:30.
Oh, true.
So then to go from the airport to Maitland in 7 o'clock traffic.
Yeah, that's tough.
Exactly.
That's damn near impossible.
Exactly. So, I know the one job that I did want, that was a day shift job. The one I told you about, I didn't get, and I feel like that'd have been good because that'd have been close to what I would have been making at the day job. I mean, at my main job. So then, therefore, like, the pay would have been straight. But I just gotta figure it out because I know, like, this is what I want to do. I just don't know the avenue I need to get there.
Right.
So I can just focus solely on this. So that's been the struggle that I've been having. Because I really do believe, like, we have content. Me, you, Juice, Socially Thoughtful, Shan, like, we have the content to take it to the next level, but we don't have the time. Juice and Shan y'all got kids. I'm trying to put somebody through school. Like, I don't have the time to, like, just solely focus on this and figure out, you know, where my money's coming from. Unless I get lucky and hit the fucking scratch off for, like, now that's the one thing. If I get a scratch off for like $5,000 a week, or even $2,000 a week, then I would just quit and just focus on this, because that's $8,000 a month, $8 to $10,000 a month. Like, that's easy. But I ain't as lucky as everybody else nowadays that be getting them types of shit. So, but I do wonder at times, like, if my life would be different if I graduated or if I would be doing the same shit. And I think part of me is I would be extremely pissed if I graduated, got my bachelor, still doing the same shit. Like, I would be extremely mad at myself because I just feel like it would have been a waste of my time going to school.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like you couldn't tell at that time where shit was going to head.
And it's not that I didn't want to go back. It was just at that point, my parents made me start paying for stuff. So it was like, I got to get a job to pay these bills.
Right.
And I can't focus on going to school and not having a job to pay these bills.
But that's where I say that's where it goes back to what I was saying before, the faith thing. Like it's not necessarily the faith in yourself; it's the people around you having faith that you're gonna reach where you say you're gonna reach, and I don't say hold off life and back off life of you, but that's kind of like pretty much what it is. Like, you know what I'm trying to accomplish, you know how I'm trying to accomplish. I'm not asking for no handouts, but I'm asking for you to, have my back on shit and believe in me, and for better lack of words, trust the process that I'm going through. And a lot of people, they don't, because it's like, if it's not immediate, like coming back to them and them seeing the fruits of your labor, then it's like we really can't rock out like that. That's like, I don't know if you ever seen an interview with DC Young Fly on Club Shay Shay. He was talking about a girl that he was with.
I remember that.
And he was just like, he had to let her know, like, this is where I'm trying to go, this is what I'm trying to do. Either you finna rock with me or you not. And she basically dipped on him. And now that he up, like, she tried to hit him back up, and he was like, nah. Like, I told you where I was going. I told you what it was going to require for you to, like, assist me in staying down, but you didn't want to do that. So
I think it's going to sound horrible, but I don't mean it in a horrible way. I don't want to put the pressure on her either to be like, hey, I'm going to solely focus on this. So I need you to pay everything while I get up and get this up and running. So then and therefore I can return it back to you tenfold.
Yeah. I mean, I
only solely because, like, she works an hour and a half. She be tired. Right. You've been saying you be wanting to do lift or whatever. I ain't seen you do lift since October, so I don't even want to attempt to try to put that on you because I already seen that you don't do it.
Right. But that's kind of like I told. I think I was talking to Warren, and granted, I'm not gonna say I don't do enough. I do what is required for Theo. And I'm not gonna say I feel bad about it or I don't feel bad about it. I'm just even killed with a lot of shit that comes when it comes to him, like, monetarily, because I have a mindset and a philosophy of, as long as he has what he needs, his wants, I can really give a fuck about. And I'll handle that when I have to. But it was probably like maybe like a year in that line. Not like a year, maybe like 2-3 years ago. We're in 2025, so like, yeah, 2022, 2023.
Like right after the recession, right after the pandemic ended.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, right when we was coming, like, really out the pandemic. And I was gonna present. I don't want to say present, but I was gonna, like,
I think maybe you told me this.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to the moment, and I was gonna be like, yo, look, I just need a smooth, like, 2-3 years of you not asking for shit from me, so I can clear everything out that I need to clear out. And that's student loans, that's my car, that's any miscellaneous shit that I've done, just to get back to zero. Just to get back to zero. So then that way, now that I'm back to zero, I can handle anything that is thrown my way that you ask of me without, not necessarily questioning it, without.
Because your money ain't tied up no more.
Exactly.
You basically you dealing with free money.
Yes. And I never presented that to
disposable.
Yeah, I never presented that because it was like, I know how that's going to already sound to somebody that, the boy, that he stays with her already. She takes care of, I'm going to say, a good 70%, 65% of what the fuck needs to be done with him primarily because he stays with her.
Mm-hmm.
If he was staying with me, it'd be, it'd be situation be flipped. But that's how I looked at it. And I was just like, in my head, it made sense to have that conversation. But I know how it would have came off, because it would have been a situation like, oh, you don't, I don't want to say you don't do a lot now, but you don't do as much as you probably could and should now. So what would be the difference? And it's just one of those things where it's like, the difference would be like, I don't want to hear from you. I don't, because I just want to solely focus on this. I don't want to have a second thought of, hey, can you do this? Hey, hey, you need to come worry about nothing at all. And it sounds fucked up to say that, but it's one of those deals where it's like, I liken it to a lot of some guys who are, truck drivers, or they do these professions that take them away from their family for an extended amount of time. They're doing it for a reason. To handle what they got to handle outside of that shit. And then when, they get back and they're back at like ground zero, a lot more shit can get handled. So it's all a matter of, the whole faith thing. Like I said, like having people around you that are going to be like, yeah, handle what you got to handle. That's the same thing like with, like I've considered, like, had the situation with my grandma not happened and my mom and my aunt, like I would have definitely moved back in my grandma's house with my mom. I would have been staying there for sure. And that way I wouldn't have to pay like no crazy ass rent price and down paying. And I would have, got back to, I think it would have been a whole lot faster of getting back to ground zero. Granted, you never really know, like, you can't see that far down the line to say I would have had the line of thinking that I got now. But I would have hoped that I would have come to that thought process and that reality to say, hey, you need to get your shit together and start taking care of what you can taking care of. Because realistically, like, I could have probably taken care of my student loans quick as fuck. Because it's only $30K. And it's nothing to throw. It's nothing to throw basically what my rent is. Say if I didn't have to pay a rent and I was taking my rent money and throwing it at my student loans every month, my fucking student loans would be done quick as shit.
Yeah, bro. Definitely. Because what's that? 1,200 times 12 is what? Like 24,000?
Let's see.
1,200 times 12 is what?
So 1,200 times 12. So that's 14.
So in 2 years.
Times 2. That's 28. And my loans are at like 30. So really 2 years and a month, I would have been done with my student loans.
Yeah. If I could do things differently.
And then on top of that, you got to think, that's just rent. That don't count having to pay for lights. That don't count having to pay for food in the house. Like, realistically, from my household billing, that's really like $1,500-1,600.
If I could make, I think one of the biggest regrets I had was what I'm making now, I wasn't making when I was staying at home.
Was you not? Because you was on the contracts.
Yeah, at the tail end of it.
Okay.
But for the majority of it, I was only making like $12, $13.
Okay.
Like, if I could make now what I made then, if I can make now what I made then at staying at home, like, if I was single, like, I would love to tell my parents, hey, look, I'll give you like $500-$600 a month. Let me stay. I'm hardly going to be home because I'm going to be recording all that. So I need a place to lay my head.
Right.
And give me like a year and a half to 2 years. And I'll continue to do the OT. Everything would be paid off. Literally everything.
Right.
Literally everything. And then I could just be like, all right, now I can move out. I'm good. X, Y, and Z. So, I don't know. It's just, that's really my main thing now. Just trying to figure out. I looked into some trade schools. I want a dependable career to where I'm employed by somebody, but I'm still kind of working for myself, like an electrician or, HVAC.
What we was talking about.
Yeah, plumber, some shit like that. To where it gives me the flexibility. I do 3 jobs I'm done for the week. Now I can focus on content for the rest of the week or some shit like that.
Right.
Just so that way, because I want my job to help fund my business.
Your passion.
Yeah, but right now it ain't.
You want your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then eventually I don't got to go to a 9 to 5 no more. Cause I don't really want to get to it now. So that's that's the plan. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but that's the plan. I'm gonna try to over the next couple weeks try to map it out. So therefore, when I go to therapy in 2 weeks, I have a be like, this kind of what I want to do. And this is the game plan. At least I have some type of
You should start. You should do make a rap album. You can turn. I just looked over here. You can turn that into like a
like a little studio.
like a little studio. You pad the whole thing. I'm telling, bro.
Hey, all it takes is one hit. All it takes is one hit wonder. But all right, man, we're gonna get up out of here. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. It's your favorite ever show.
Yes, sir.
Peace.